In 1998, my dad began selling things on eBay. He started off working at CVS, but noticed that things he was able to buy at CVS for a cheap price of $5 or $8, he was able to sell it for $10 or $15 on eBay. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started selling even more products on eBay and was able to quit his job at CVS. Here's an interview with him for him to inform you on even more details. So when did you start working at CVS?
I started working for CVS in 1992.
What was your position at CVS before you quit?
I started out as a store manager with CVS, and then I worked my way up to district manager.
When did you quit?
I left CVS in 1998.
What was the reason for you quitting?
Well, I wasn't too crazy about the position that I was in. I had realized that the more I developed with the company, the more hours I was going to spend away from the family. So I had two young boys. We wanted to spend more time with the family, so I left CVS just as a lifestyle choice, so I would have more time with my family.
What made you start selling on eBay?
On eBay, I always fiddled with starting lineup and trading cards. And while I was working at CVS, I noticed they had a little Beanie Baby type of product that they were doing. It was called the Misfits. And while they were selling for $5 or $6 at CVS, they were selling online on eBay for anywhere from $20 to $40. So I toyed with that for a couple of weeks. I made about $1,000 in about 10 days, and I realized that we might be onto something.
How long were you selling on eBay before you decided to quit CVS?
Probably about 6 months, because I was just toying around with it as a hobby at night, and then I realized that I could probably do a little more with it. So I was thinking I was going to be changing jobs, and I was just going to do this as a hobby on the side. But so it was about 6 months that I did it before I left the job.
So what made you switch to Amazon?
Well, we were doing very well on eBay. We had built the business up to where we were probably selling at least 1,000 units a month, and then we had we were selling Timberland boots, and one particular boot, one customer bought about 10 of the same boots on the same day, and he did that probably 4 or 5 days in a row, and he was having us ship them to each individual address. And so we knew he was doing something with them, so I tracked him down, and I realized that he was buying them from us on eBay, and he was reselling them on Amazon at a significant profit. So it didn't take us too long to figure out that we should be the ones selling it on Amazon.
Has it been a successful switch going from eBay to Amazon?
It has. We left, we started selling on Amazon January 5th of 2015. We doubled our eBay business in the first year, in 2015, and then in 2016 we doubled it again, where now we're probably selling between 7,000 and 8,000 units a month.
What products are you selling on Amazon?
So we started out with, when we left eBay, we were probably 95% footwear. We've expanded now where we do, still do a lot of footwear, about 30%, but we also do apparel, so we'll sell Ralph Lauren, Polo, and several other apparel brands, as well as we still sell Nike and Timberland and several other footwears.
Has your company expanded since you began selling on Amazon?
Oh, definitely. When we left eBay, there was 3 of us on board, and since we've come over here now, we've expanded. There's 10 people working for us here in the Massachusetts location. We've also duplicated what we do in Chicago as well as California, so we have teams of 3 in both of those states. So we're up probably to about 18 employees now total.
Thank you. While my dad was working at CVS before starting to sell on eBay, my mother was a lawyer. Eventually, after my dad quit CVS to start selling on eBay, my mom would help him out. While helping him out, she realized how fun and easy it was to work on eBay compared to her job of being a lawyer. So, she quit her job to help my dad. Here's an interview with her for her to go into some more detail. Did you support your husband's idea to quit CVS to pursue eBay, even though it was pretty early in the idea of working on only eBay to make money for a living?
Yes, I did. As a district manager for the CVS pharmacy chain, he was out of the house for most of the day. He was working for most of the day. He'd easily put in at least 12 hours. So to have him try eBay and work out of the home, and as a mom of 2 small children, it was a great idea.
So what was your job before you started working with your husband for eBay and eventually Amazon?
I was an elder law attorney for 18 years before I retired my license. On and off during that time, while Dan was selling on eBay, I would help him whenever I had a lull in clients. But as 2012 came, he was getting quite a bit busier, and so we decided to retire my license and I would work full-time with him.
And the final question is, do you think that do you think it's still a good choice for you to quit all that to help your husband with everything going on now?
Absolutely. Working in this company and selling online and seeing how Amazon is just taking off as far as being one of the biggest retailer sites is amazing. And I find the job much more fun than being a lawyer, as well as more lucrative.
Awesome, thank you. Back in 2002, my parents were actually interviewed because of how successful they were on eBay. The video that they were interviewed in was actually shown to people who needed help with eBay and other tutorial classes. Here's that video now.
My name is Michelle Wentworth, and my husband and I sell on eBay under the eBay ID McDaniel, which is a combination of both our names.
It all started probably about 5 years ago. I had heard that certain cards that I was selling or whatever was selling on eBay, and I didn't know what an eBay was at the time. I looked into it and started selling a few trading cards and I think some starting lineup sports figures, and we sell pretty much everything.
And so when we started seeing a lot more repeat customers when we were doing the footwear, we said, aha, we think we've got something here.
You know, I spend a lot of time on the internet seeing what sells and how much it sells for and what the latest trend in footwear.
We noticed that there are a lot of brand loyal people. Once they see that you sell it, they bookmark that auction and then they come back.
For a high-end pair of sneakers, it's $145 to $160 at retail prices. I was spending a lot of time at the office, on the road, and just away from my family.
I work 2 days a week as a lawyer, and really, if I knew eBay was going to be around when I was in law school, I never would have gone.
And to turn something that was a hobby that we love doing into a full-time business that's supporting our family and doing it quite well is really a treat.
It is so much fun. I have a ball doing eBay. I really do.
We're in Middleborough, Massachusetts. It's the cranberry capital of the world. It's also the next town over from Plymouth. Mayflower, Plymouth Rock is down there. So, you know, the Pilgrims were the first ones to break ground over here.
I definitely feel that Dan and I are kind of pioneers in this, given that we have tried to help so many people to get started on eBay and to see some of them prosper. It's wonderful. You know, we feel like, hey, we've got some followers on the pilgrimage here to entrepreneurial success. Everybody should just get on eBay. I mean, it really, truly is a great way to make a living.
Almost 20 years later, and the business has completely changed. Going from eBay to Amazon, going from our small little house and a tiny garage to our own giant building, and going from 2 workers to at least a dozen. It's crazy to think that a small idea of selling a few cards on eBay can go to a giant business of selling footwear, clothing, and other accessories on Amazon.